Hey guys, what is going on? Paul here for October's video roundup. We've got a doozy list of games for you this time around, so sit back, relax and enjoy, and I will see you on the other side. True to its anime inspirations, Code Vein has a lot of story. Your custom character awakens in the ruins of a city as an undead revenant who feeds on blood in a wild Mad Max style ghoul eat ghoul world. There are more revenants than people, which means food is scarce. The story itself is deadly serious, but there's a bit of a wacky streak, including white trees that literally grow beads of blood. That makes the world interesting, but the wild design sometimes fell out of place with the story's bleak tone. Code Vein is a game where draining an enemy kicks off a cool cinematic takedown, where your awesome sci-fi gas mask is replaced by another, even more awesome devil gas mask that you use along with monster part grown out of your armor to tear into an enemy drinking its ichor? That's how I pronounce it anyway. Fuel your magic. Code Vein oozes style and does it level best to let you be as stylish or silly as you want to be, thanks to its highly detailed character creator. And also, more to the point, narratively, Code Vein does keep a few bits and pieces close to the chest, keeping big picture background details in the margins just long enough to spark curiosity, and importantly, the tiny bit of investment one needs to start being interested in the game for its own sake rather than just in how it compares to the other things one could be playing. And if you want to up your vampiric game, the MTU has 11 awesome cheats. Infinite Ichor? God mode, infinite stamina, free item usage and more. As I've made you aware over several iterations of this monthly roundup, I too am a fan of city builders, but this is more of a city floater? Flotsam is only a few weeks out from its early access launch and it's still bare bones in a lot of its features. But smash a cheap Prosecco on the side and send her down the slipway, lads, cause those bones are strong enough to hold plenty of meat if it arrives. So as you can gather, Flotsam is a bit like SimCity meets Waterworld. You have to build a town and take care of its people, but you've got to do it on the water, using scrounged bits of floating crapola and then sail your settlement across a sprawling world full of ruins, underwater cities and great coral reefs brimming with life and garbage. Like every other city builder out there, it really needs no explanation. The controls are pretty satisfying to use, and the mechanics are pretty satisfying also. A bit like any other sort of city builder, you scavenge for things, craft things, keep your people happy, so on, so forth, and the MTU offers 8 cheats that are yours to use to help you along on this Waterworld journey. Things like God mode on your buildings, and giving your citizens things like no hunger, no thirst and full rest. Whatever you need, the MTU has got you covered as always. EA has once again launched another iteration of its ridiculous popular FIFA series, and as you might expect, FIFA 20 doesn't rewrite the rulebook, far from it in fact, but the addition of a completely new mode adds some much needed excitement to the series. It's all about Volta in FIFA 20. It's the brand new edition, replacing the corny yet surprisingly fun The Journey story mode that was a constant in the series over the past few years. If you've ever played FIFA Street, you'll be right at home with what Volta offers. Because, come on, let's face it, playing a 3v3 on the top of a multi-story car park in Tokyo is a good change of pace from your typical 11-a-side game of FIFA. And here's where the MTU has you covered. If you're in the Champions League final on Legendary and you're struggling to get that win, use it to your advantage. First of all, give yourself a mega budget, buy all the players that you want, add 1,000 points in training. You can even simulate the training and get the best possible results, plus adding goals. All in all, the MTU offers you 11 cheats to help you shape the way that you play FIFA this year. The Surge 2 seems more like a refinement rather than a reimagining of the Souls-like genre. It offers a wonderfully compelling meaty combat and a robust character leveling system which will keep fans of the genre entertained for hours. But there's little here that'll entice newbies to the series. Now this game will seem familiar to anyone that's played any Souls-like game before. For those that missed it, Souls games are titles inspired by the uber difficult Dark Souls series by developer From Software. Let's see you navigate an open world, exploring vast locales, battling challenging enemies while spending experience points to level up your character and upgrade your equipment. And the biggest difference between Dark Souls and The Surge 2 is an overtly sci-fi setting where you're moving between med bays rather than bonfires and spend scrap instead of souls. So far that sounds all a little bit dull, right? Well, that's what I thought too, at first. But The Surge 2 does manage to differentiate itself through its refined combat and equipment mechanics. This is apparent the moment you finish building your character and are dropped into the game's narrative. Whatever character you do build, you take the role of a survivor of a plane crash that occurred when the nanite menace from the previous game first escaped from tech conglomerate CREO's facility. The plot is decent, but takes a backseat to make room for action much of the time. Now diving into the combat, things are instantly satisfying. The Surge 2 keeps the same rig system as the first game. This sees you upgrade your character using cybernetic implants and a variety of high and low tech futuristic weapons and to dismember anything that gets in your way. And if you want to add a little more pack to your punch, there's 11 awesome cheats waiting for you. We've got things like adding 100,000 tech scrap, God mode, one hit kill, infinite stamina, infinite energy and more. The MTU as always has got you covered in The Surge 2. Noita is a magical action and roguelite set in a world where every pixel is physically simulated. Fight, explore, melt, burn and freeze and evaporate your way through the procedurally generated world using spells you've created yourself. Now, I'm not entirely sure what Noita is actually about, but I don't think it necessarily actually matters either. The goal is simply to delve as deeply as you can, that is until you die, and experimentation and quick thinking would seem to be at the core of the experience. Dispatching enemies may be easy enough, but can you avoid the fallout that follows? Because as it stands, waving your wand around carelessly is as likely to bring a ton of rocks down on your head as it is to dispatch your enemies, and it seems remarkably easy to set yourself on fire. Now, if you need some help with this, the MTU has 9 awesome cheats at your disposal. Things like unlimited wand bombs, oh my god, they're amazing, unlimited mana, and unlimited levitation and jetpack. Just some of the things you can do with the MTU to play the game that you want to play. Okay guys, sadly that is the end of October's video roundup. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smash the like button and leave a comment and let us know exactly what you enjoy about these roundups. Also, if you don't like it, let us know what we can do different to make your viewing experience better. And as always guys, I will see you in next month's roundup for the month of November. Ciao!